Because recording your wife while she's having a vulnerable moment should be grounds for divorce. I don't care.
What you don't want the baby for?
I can't do this. I already got kids. I can't. I barely even want those 2 kids.
Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How have you all been? Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video, it is an interesting video, especially for mothers and evil child-free women. So come on, let's talk. So this video is a video of a woman who already has 2 children and she found out that she's pregnant and she's literally in distress, crying about how she doesn't want this child and how this is not what she wants and how the last 2 kids has really drained her. You could clearly see in this video that this woman is overwhelmed. She doesn't like, she's over having kids. She doesn't want to be a mother. But her husband was sitting down on the bed and was recording her and asking her that why is she tripping? Why is she's doing too much? Why is she crying because she's pregnant? That they are not even going to have an abortion. And this has struck the entire conversation of women having the choice to their body, the right to their body, and the right to say that, you know what, I don't want kids anymore, and if they want to continue having kids. Anyway, guys, let's go check out this video, people's response to this video, and then we'll come back and talk more.
Baby.
What you don't want the baby for?
I can't do this. I already got 2 kids. I can't. I barely even want those 2 kids.
Yeah, but you told me to do it and I did it.
Out of the ordinary right now. I don't want these kids. I don't want none of these kids.
Yes, you do. Stop eyeing up, bro.
I don't want none of these kids.
What you gonna do then? Cause we not getting up. We not doing our abortion thing, bro. That's not
It's
what
not
we
even
doing.
about getting an abortion. It's about me not wanting to be a mom no more. I don't want to be a mom
For
at
what?
all.
What made you not want to be a mom no more? Cause the baby's always crying. You gotta wake up.
It's too much. It's too much for me. You sitting here.
You doing the most for what, bro? You over here choking and stuff for what? All because of kids, bro, that you sat down and had? Yes, you do want to do it.
I'm not strong enough.
Yes, you is. Stop crying. Just stop crying, bro. Please, stop crying.
Body looks horrible. These 3 kids is fucking my body up. I don't have it in me no more to be a mom.
Because recording your wife while she's having a vulnerable moment should be grounds for divorce. I don't care.
What you don't want the baby for?
I can't do this. I already got 2 kids. I can't. I barely even want those 2 kids. I don't have it in me no more to be a mom.
Because the way I would have divorced this man, but let's get to the comments. Somebody by the name of Zoe said, this sounds like a woman who gets absolutely no help. You can literally hear the fact that she just is helpless, and she probably gets no help with the 2 children she already has. And then they quoted what he had said, all because of some kids. Those are your kids, sir. What do you mean, all because of some kids? Those are your kids too. She's clearly overwhelmed, and he isn't even comforting her, just recording a very vulnerable moment. Now, Lil Mama said, my mom dropped me and my siblings off at my aunt's house one summer in '08 and never came back. Don't force women to have kids they don't want. Because what kind of man posts a woman going through pregnancy hormones? They go on to say men should be protecting their women, not trying to make them look like fools. Because instead of addressing her mental health issues, you just record her. Divorce.
I just watched a video of a woman crying hysterically, saying that she's overwhelmed, she doesn't want any more kids, she already has 2 kids, they're pregnant again, she feels like it's too much on her body, she feels tired, she feels like she can't do it anymore, and she doesn't want to be a mom. She's saying all this to her husband. Her husband is laying in the bed and recording her, telling her she's doing too much, and asking her why she's doing it and saying she'll be fine. And you're doing all of this because of some kids. What? I just want to remind y'all that hell is hot. Because what? That lady is having an emotional breakdown. She has used her body to give you 2 kids and 1 on the way. Okay? And the best you got to offer is you're doing too much? That's what you got. No hug. No come here, babe. Let's talk about it. I know it's a lot going on. The best you got is you need to calm down because you're doing too much. Women are putting their lives on the line to have babies for y'all. And y'all don't even be caring. Y'all don't even be caring. Hell is hot. And that's where y'all belong. In hell.
Baby.
What you don't want the baby for?
I can't do this. I already got 2 kids. I can't. I barely even want those 2 kids.
be a world that supports mothers that don't want to be mothers anymore. I'm sure you're like, how could you possibly say that as a mother yourself? I'm a product of a mother that did not want them. And let me tell you, one of the most dangerous places to be is in the arms of a mother that does not want you. Mothers that feel like they're unsupported in unmotherhood do things like Andrea Yates did and Casey Anthony. If we would support mothers who no longer want to be mothers and support women who give up their children and not publicly shame them for that or look down on them negatively, I think the world would be a lot better place, especially for children. Stand guilting mothers into motherhood, forcing mothers into motherhood, shaming mothers into motherhood, because who do you think is going to suffer in that situation from either neglect, abuse, or even death? The children. Why would you want to force a person who does not want this to want it? And then there's the people who say, oh, it can't be all bad. There's clearly a man in the house. So what? It doesn't matter if there's a man in the house. Men don't always provide a safe and comforting or stable environment. Just because a man's there doesn't mean that he helps, that he's doing anything. You see in that video, he's not comforting his wife or talking her down. He's recording her to shame her. So he's not providing anything mentally helpful or, anything comforting or emotionally helpful. He's watching her cry and pace around the room and screaming about how she doesn't want a mother and then telling her, we're not doing the abortion thing. Who is we? I think this baby's in my body. But whatever. If that's what the decision they made as a couple, fine, whatever. But basically telling her there's no way out of this. You're going to have a third child. After she's expressing that she doesn't even want the two that she has. Why, again, would you think just because a man is there, that's helpful? It's not always helpful.
So I just watched a woman on the internet being recorded by her husband. She is now pregnant and she's given her husband 2 kids. And she's crying, saying that she's overwhelmed. She don't want to do this again. She don't want to take care of the kids. She don't want to be a mother. And instead of this man comforting his wife and being there for her emotionally, he's recording her in her pain and her distress. I honestly feel like some men, and I'm saying some, do not understand the sacrifice that women give up to carry their child. And I think it is so easy to say, being a mother of 4 baby daddies now, was married for 10 years. My husband became a baby daddy almost a year ago, well, past a year ago, right? I feel like the sacrifice that a woman gives up, her body, her mind, her mental health, possibly some give their life. Some give their life to bring life, your child, into this world. And instead of us being taken care of and carried and protected and loved and cherished, we are told we are doing too much. We are told that it's just children. You're doing this because you acting up like this because children? Do you know what it is to not just carry them, but to take care of them, to look after them? Different personalities. You gotta be in it. You gotta be a walking bipolar. Walking bipolar, because each child requires a different side of you. And this man is recording his wife. Ladies, my heart goes out to us, especially those who have to deal with men like this. And I do hope that the men that have stepped up and have taken care of theirs and is still taking care of theirs, that they will teach these men who want to be taught so that we can do better as a whole.
I just watched a video of a woman crying hysterically, saying that she's overwhelmed, she doesn't want any more kids, she already has 2 kids, they're pregnant again, she feels like it's too much on her body, she feels tired, she feels like she can't do it anymore, and she doesn't want to be a mom. She's saying all this to her husband.
Her husband is recording her basically emotionally already going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? And what it looks like to me is she is stressed out to the point of no return. and she's probably not getting enough help from the husband. And for the husband to not only record this and to post this, major disrespect, major instability within that relationship at that point right there. Right? And there's a lot of things that I have contention with in this video. One, she said she didn't even want the 2 children that they currently have now. That's alarming, afraid. Somebody needs to intervene at that moment right there, because that right there is a red flag for me, and I would have to come in and we would have to have a conversation about that. 2, if she knew, and I'm not blaming her, I'm just asking a question for clarifying understanding. It's like, if you knew you didn't want another kid, and you knew you didn't want kid number 2, or even kid number 1, why did you not do the preventative work and care to prevent yourself from having those kids in the first place? That's just a question. I know, don't blame me as a man. I'm just asking. But after that, as a husband, you could see your wife going through this emotional, exhaustive rant. And instead of saying, hey, baby, it's going to be okay. I'm going to pick up shift. I'm going to help more around the house. I'm going to take things off your plate. I'm going to do things necessarily enough to make your life a little bit easier so you can take the stress off. And if you think that us having this baby is not in a good position right now, we can do whatever we need to do to make sure that it doesn't happen, so you don't have to go through this or whatever. Like, to being a supportive, loving husband, you chose to record this and post it on the internet. That's why it gives me this is not real. But if this is real, yeah, ma'am, you're in a bad relationship. Your husband don't give a He thinks that because you guys are barely skimming by, it's okay to have another kid. Like, share, comment.
I think this is a real video. I don't think this is a skit, because you could see how physically the woman was really distressed. Anyway, go down in the comment section and share your thought. Love to know what you think about this video down in the comment section. But as always, please keep it respectful. You're on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a very respectful way. So go ahead, feel free, share your thought. So for me, this is something that I have gotten a pushback on when I tell women don't have kids, or as me myself, a 40 years old plus woman with no kids, and I choose not to have kids. I get a lot of pushback, and I know some of you guys are new here. Some of you guys, this is the first time you're hearing me talk about kids. And I remember there was a video I was talking about the baby part. Some people said, Destiny, do you have kids? No, I don't have kids. Yes, I've been pregnant multiple times. I even had my last pregnancy was a stillbirth, so it was almost full term pregnancy. So I knew what my body went through. I knew what that did to my body. A lot of the time as women, especially as young women, the discussion of what pregnancy does to your body is not being had at all. Like, they just tell you that, oh, don't worry, especially in my culture, in my society, they just usually tell you that you find out along the way. And a lot of the time, when these women find out, they now find out that it's a life and death situation. So let me tell you, from somebody that has carried pregnancy and has almost given birth to a baby, okay, is being pregnant is a life and death situation. Birthing that child is a life and death situation. And it's not as a walk at the park the way our mothers make it feel, or the way, it is a serious deal. And a lot of the times as women, we don't talk to ourselves to like, babe, are you sure this is what you want to do? Most of the time, society has already put that expectation on us that we're just here to have children. We're supposed to have children. And I know somebody said, well, Destiny, you're pregnant, so you try to have kids for, yes, I was that woman. That's why when I talk about being child-free by choice, I'm saying it with my full chest, because I was that woman that was conforming to what society expects of me, that I'm supposed to just have children and all that. And the truth is that as women, a lot of women has conformed to that thing that society expects of us, our men want from us, our husband, our boyfriend want from us, that we just feel like, okay, we're just supposed to do it, not considering what this thing does to our body and how it's going to affect us physically, mentally. We don't consider it in our own thoughts. That is what is going to build the relationship, make the relationship stronger. That is what is going to keep us to have unconditional love. That is what is, no. All that is just bad. And this is why here on this channel, I always talk about how as women, we should be very intentional with our life and how we move in life, because It's a conversation that we are trained not to consider us. We're trained not to put ourselves first. Because if you as a person, let's even be logical here. If you as a person, you are very logical that this thing I want to do is a life and death situation. It's just like, well, let's even talk about like lipo and BBL. We can see how, oh, BBL is a life and death situation. You can see how a lot of women are opting not to do it because it's a life and death situation. Opting out not to do it because it's a life and death situation. That's the same thing when it comes to having a child. As a woman, there are so many factors that has made some of us decide that, you know what, a child is not for us. We're not doing it, and it is what it is. This woman clearly, you could clearly see, she said she did not even want the other two children, but she went ahead to have it. And that is a clear example of how a lot of women feel. I've had women and I've had friends that they don't have any instinct of motherhood or of nurturing, but they have kids. They have 4, 5 kids. You can imagine how much neglect and how, like, I have a friend that once the child is like 1, 2, she doesn't even want to pay attention to that child. She'll tell you, I don't like kids. Like, kids makes a lot of noise. But you have them. Why do you have them? So you could clearly see that dynamic of where we talk about how a lot of women, sometimes they have kids just so that they think they can keep the relationship, to make the relationship stronger. And that's something that was told. This is something that I've heard myself. That they would say, oh, maybe you just have 1 kid. It was going to build your relationship, make your marriage stronger. That's not true, sister. You could clearly see the man that she's putting her life, her body into her entire life, because literally having a child alters your entire life existence and how you move and how you live life. You're giving this up, and the man is just there that, oh, because of some kids, bro. I don't like it when men call their ladies bro. Like, why you call, I'm not your bro? I'm distressed. I'm overwhelmed with the thoughts of her bringing another baby here. And the truth is that a lot of women are, when they find, especially the ones that don't want kids, they usually get really overwhelmed and distressed about it. But the truth is that they cannot express it because society will not like them. I'm talking at least in my culture, because even me as a 40 years old woman choosing to go child free, I'm getting a lot of pushback. In fact, people cannot comprehend the fact that I am saying it out loud with my full chest and all that. Some people are saying, well, what does your in-law think? Oh, what does your husband think? And it's my life. It's my life. And one of the reasons why I'm really loud about it, one of the reasons why I'll keep saying it, keep bringing it, is the fact that I want other women and other young girls to know that having a child is a choice. If it's something that's not in your books, let it go. If it's something that you've considered and know, okay, this is a life-threatening decision, do I want to go into it? And if you don't want to, it's fine. You can still live a happy life. You can still live a good life. Honestly. Usually they say, oh, wait when you're 30. Wait when you're 40. I'll say, I'm living my best life at the moment. So ladies, please stop having kids that you're not ready to have. Stop having kids that you did not think through. Stop having kids that you are not intentional about. If you want to have kids, have it for you. Be intentional. Ask yourself, why do I want to have kids? And when you have the answer and it's all for your own right intentions, then go ahead. Don't do it because of society expects you, or a relationship expects you, or a man expects you to have it. That's why you're having it. Or because you're lonely, you need somebody. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because what pregnancy does to you mentally and physically, to your body, some people never get back from it. There's a video I'll probably do. I'm really struggling to, but there's a video I'll probably do of women sharing their story of different ailments they got after getting pregnant. And some of them, it has not been cured. I know of somebody that almost went blind because she was pregnant. I know of somebody that lost all her hair, like almost like she had cancer when she got pregnant. And these are the conversations that will not be had. Please, guys, please, especially my ladies in the house, be very intentional how you want to live your life, who you choose to do life with, who you choose to have kids with, because that's another whole story. Be very intentional. This man clearly doesn't see anything. It's not a big deal. Society doesn't see it as a big deal until you, as a woman, you're facing it yourself. Anyway, go on and share your thought about this video down in the comment section. Don't forget to Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banking conversations. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push up my content for more people to see, and that will be you supporting this channel and this guy here. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.